You don't dey calm down now. Okay. For some, it's a thing of joy, celebration, jubilation, reward for hard work. For others, it's time to go back to the drawing board. Take time out to re-strategize for another 4 years. While for others, they might be approaching the court. But all of this, we cannot really tell you exactly what the end might be and the reactions from everywhere. But we can tell you there is the jubilation and joy on the streets of Ekiti State as the Independent National Electoral Commission has declared the candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Dr. John Kayode Fayemi, as the winner of the Ekiti governorship election that happened yesterday in the state. So, welcome and thank you for joining us again on our coverage of Ekiti State. You know, you are watching Citizen Information Network, and my name, Tweetwe Ayinowo. Time for us to bring you the results live and analysis. And of course, I won't be doing this alone, for I have my brother and my friend. We spent the time out yesterday here to bring you all the analysis as we discuss reactions from Ekiti State and how the people conducted themselves during the course of the election. Though I speculated from different angles that there will be violence, the case might result into bloodshed, but that wasn't the case yesterday. And even today, it's still been peaceful on the streets of Ekiti State. So, welcome to Ibi Abide again. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Ekiti, don't finally decide.
Yes.
And they've decided.
Ekiti has decided. And I will first of all, I will still say again that congratulations to all the players, all the stakeholders, and also congratulations to the Ekiti people.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, it is the people that would still emerge as winners.
Of course.
If we have the large sum of the people in Ekiti State, large sum of people of the Ekiti State, the indigenous of Ekiti State, saying that they are satisfied with the result, I think that is where I stand for. I stand for the people. If the people say they are okay with the result, then it means that the people have won, because election is about the people and not even the politicians or the contestants, so to say. So if the people are happy, then
everyone should be happy.
Everybody should be happy.
The rest of Nigeria should be happy.
To be happy. The world should be happy.
Of course. And truly, we don't know if you are happy wherever you are watching, but do remember, it's the people of Ekiti. They've decided, and INEC have announced the results. It will be interesting for you to know that the election, we had 35 political parties that contested the election yesterday with 34 candidates, and we shall run you through the results of the election as announced for each political parties. But interestingly, of the 6 political parties candidates which we covered very largely, Fayemi has emerged the winner. We should just let you know as well that we had Abiodun Aluko for Accord Party, John Fayemi for APC, Professor Kolapo Olushola Eleka for PDP, and of course Otumba Segun Adewale for ADP, and Dr. Sikiru Taye Lawa for Labour Party, and Akinloye Oladele Ayegusi for the SDP. So the result, as you can see on your screen, shows that the All Progressive Congress, APC, won 12 out of the 16 local governments in Ekiti State, while the People's Democratic Party had just 4 local government. This is, in fact, it did very completely different from the results of the election for 2014, where the People's Democratic Party, in fact, sweep the whole state,
the whole local government, in the
Ekiti State. And you know, say one interesting thing then, I say, the People's Democratic Party won all 16 local governments. But this time, some people they wonder, say, wow, because one of the big questions we would ask when APC they so confident in their way, now say what if they don't really do differently. And one big issue again we say this election go determine, in fact, go get very big influence on the 2019 election. Now, so should we just conclude now that the people of Ekiti want Buhari 2019?
Titi, on that note, I would not say that categorically. But one thing where I dey happy with, with the results, and say, at least you don't go to auto prove again, say incumbency, no fit. We cannot sit at home and relax and say we no go outside go pick our PVC because of an incumbent sitting power. To say that na the incumbent president, na the incumbent governor, so and I sit down for chair, so now the party, the ruling party of a state or ruling party of a country, then go still determine how elections go for that state. That one I dey happy of. You understand? But another thing, one we want to look at where somebody want to say that played, in the election will be the federal might.
Okay.
But that we cannot, pin on the board to say categorically say federal might affect. We cannot say that categorically. Say the federal might not affect, because looking at every other thing, waiting the thing where we always expect say the federal might go use in election na security.
Yes.
And from way back before now, we don't hear say they don't send in like over 30,000 police officers into it. But still, people were still asking, during the election or through yesterday, the calls who they get and also the feedback who they get, and the people they ask, say, where actually these 30,000 police people then dey, where people they clamor say why they send them come into Ekiti State to come intimidate the people. So it is obvious that the security apparatus where the federal might, where people they think say federal might go use, take intimidate the people were not actually intimidated
at all.
If we look at from that angle, the people were not intimidated. Everybody came out, and it was a violence-free. People came out and expressed, their choice of their candidacy across all the parties. So we want to say that if you look at everything on the scoreboard, if you want to look at, we could do analysis without bias and look at it and say, okay, this is what really happened. So that one my joy. That's the joy I have in my heart, that at least incumbency did not come to play, in this. And I think that is what people also take to the 2019 election. To say that, no be because of say you do on the seat, no because not be guarantee say you go win. And being the ruling party or being the president on the seat, no be guarantee say you go win the election. So that I believe that Nigerians will take to the polls in 2019 to say, it's not because a ruling party is on seat.
You have to deserve it.
You have to deserve it. This whole slogan of will not come to play. Even if you don't vote, you go win. Will not come to play in 2019. So I would also want to use this platform to encourage Nigerians to go out there in 2019 and be sure that your PVC will work for you. Not that now then sit down there now then go win Jamaica sit down for our house. Let everybody come out in mass as we have done in Ekiti State to.
Okay, we definitely will come back to announce the vote for each political parties. But for now, let's just go take you to the streets of Ekiti State, where we have our correspondent talking to the people on the street of Ekiti. And here are visuals from Ekiti State.
APC, Dr. John Fayemi won the election, so we are happy about it.
So now that your party has won, what do you think that your governor would do different from what Fayemi has been doing?
My governor will do more than Fayemi has been doing.
There will be a change.
Because I love the governor, and Dr. John Fayemi is a good man, and he has many good things for Ekiti State. So when our governor comes, everybody in Ekiti State will see the difference, and the difference is clear. And APC is different, quite different to PDP. So I'm one of APC members, and I'm very happy, and I'm very, very sure that APC is going to do well for Ekiti people. Thank you.
Thank you. Result. As a Fayemi APC don't win.
That's what I can say about it. Well, I'm just happy. What I just say that concerning the election, to pray that what we have in mind,
you see the result of the election?
For the election, I'm not happy for the election.
Why are you not happy?
Because the election was free and fair election. And then as at yesterday, 7 o'clock, I was
7 p.m.
Yes, yesterday I was told that 12 documents have been won.
By who?
By people.
Okay.
So that's what.
Are you sure the person that told you was telling you the right thing?
No, I had the results. I was sent the results.
They sent the result to you?
Yes. For everything. We heard everything. And then the result was sent. I have many friends send me the results. So I don't know why. The thing has been changed.
But okay, now that Fayemi has won, do you still have any hope? Is there any hope that
normally we thank God. Understand? But I believe in God. It's my hope. I believe in God.
All right, thank you very much.
Fayemi being the winner of this election.
We are very, very happy because he has been there for once. You understand? I mean, we know what he did then. We are very much happy. We are excited. We are full of joy. As you can see us here, we are celebrating. Are you getting me? And we know he's going to do more in this coming government. Are you getting me? So we expect much with him. We believe in him, and we believe he's going to do much better.
Government of PDP and that of Ekiti.
He's very daring, and you can see the masses the way they come out and vote. Are you getting me? He did as in, compared to these poly booths everywhere here we won. Are you getting me? So we are much happy, and we are full of celebration. We are very, very happy. Very, very, very.
So my brother, what is your take on this election and this declaration of Fayemi as the winner?
We are very, 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 very much happy. In fact, I can't even express the kind of beautiful happy that everybody wants. So we are happy. You can see all over the state. Look at how youth were enjoying. So we are happy.
Does it mean that Fayose or PDP did not do anything for you youth?
It's not that it's not doing things, but the reason is that the fact is that everybody has his own side. To me, during the time of JKF, my 3 sisters were going to private school, and my mother, I know how my mother is doing this thing.
So
but
he
now
was actually giving your mom 5,000 naira.
not even 5, as in his emulation, his salary. Her salary, that's what I'm talking about. Her salary is going normal, smoothly. No, as in no zigzag something. Not that one will eat, one will be hungry. Everybody was satisfied. But now, my 3 sisters in public school, so everything are not doing. Look at me, as in, so we are very much happy.
We are all welcome Dr. John Fayemi for this winning of this election. We people in Ekiti are all happy because we are so happy that this meeting is going to Dr. Fayemi. So we are jubilating that the new hope is now coming. So we don't need all this the policies of no money, no anything, poverty, no salary. So all those things we don't need it again. So we need new governor, new everything, new health, new good news, good anything, good food, so good life, good shelter. So we need it now in Ekiti.
Okay, but we are aware that Fayose was doing stomach infrastructure, and he was giving you like 10 cups of rice and 2,000 naira monthly.
So some people are collecting it, but me and my husband and my people too, we are not used to collect all those things.
So what they are saying is that majority of Ekiti people don't collect. They were not collecting it.
We don't collecting it. We don't collect anything. Even yesterday, PDP people, they are sharing money for people, but some people did not collect it. Some people collect it. But as for me, I didn't collect anything. But I voted to Dr. Kayode Fayemi yesterday.
But we also had that APC shared money.
APC, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just the good. And of course, as expected, this is the APC headquarters. You can see activity in that office as we speak right now. Just the good. And of course, as expected, this is the APC headquarters. You can see activity in that office as we speak right now.
All right, welcome back. Wow, interesting narrative, interesting. Some are very happy. The last woman that spoke, she's particularly happy because she didn't collect any money. She did not say her vote. She voted for her conscience. But then again, it will be good for us to just run you through the result as published and released by the Independent National Electoral Commission. And this is what we got, that Accord Party got. In fact, let's start from the total number of registered voters. We shared with you yesterday that the total number of registered voters is 909,585. You know, and the total number of collected PVCs in fact, is 667,064 PVCs collected. Though I understand that it's not, what I'm reading at is not what you can see on the screen, but I do know we'll have the right one on the screen now. Because what I'm reading is what was published by INEC on their Twitter handle. So, from there, in fact, of a total number of 909,585 registered voters, 667,064 PVCs were collected, and the total number of accredited voters were 405,861. And the total number of valid votes, 384,584. While the total number of vote cast is 403,451. And the total number of rejected votes, 18,857. So we'll analyze all of this, but let's now go back to the number of votes by political parties. Accord Party has 250 votes, AA has 41 votes, ACD 1,149 votes, AD 216 votes, ADP 1,082 votes, AGA 107 votes, while AGAP 31 votes, ANRP 125 votes, APA 1,199 votes, APC 197,454 votes, APDA 464 votes, ABGA 70 votes, BNPP 14 votes, DA 14 votes, DPC 147 votes, DPP 181 votes, FGP 42 votes, GPN 20 votes, ID 212 votes, COA 23 votes, LP 280 votes, MMN 35 votes, MPN 231 votes, NDLP 84, NPC 353 votes, Pandel 74, PDC 1,242 votes, PDP 178,121 votes, PPA 632 votes, PPN 187 votes, SDP 367 votes, UPD 29 votes, UPN 13 votes, YDP 31 votes, and YPP 41 votes. So that now just as each political party, the vote where they get by each political party. And John Olukayode Fayemi of the APC haven't satisfied the requirements of the law and scored the highest number of votes, is hereby declared the winner and returned elected. This now as INEC take tweet them for their Twitter handle, and this now all the information. So no political party will not get votes.
Well, Titi, me, back from school, I was not a fantastic mathematician or mathematics student.
Yes.
For secondary school, even till now, I am not a fantastic, But looking at the calculations, and this now don't be the trend, with all the elections them inside Nigeria, where other political parties will be like they use them to balance the sheet.
Yes.
It's more like a balance sheet, when they do sharing formula, they use them, give them some kind of small points so that they can balance the sheet for the two warlords.
Yes.
I would say the
the
two warlords,
big political
the
party.
big political party, the big wigs, that's the PDP and APC. Because by the time you do all the calculation finish, you go find out, say those other ones, they just carry out some votes, they share, and all this. Now the way with the thing, they
just use them to frustrate other people.
To take, calculate the votes. Now the way the thing they always appear, because most of these people, if you see them, even in their small mushroom marriages, I would say, forgive me for using that word, but there are small gatherings where then they do. You go find out, say, then get some, handful followers. Yes. Where you go expect, say, you go reflect for, the election. You go reflect.
Yeah.
Because some people too, you know in Nigeria, being as some people now they even talk, say, we don't want PDP, we don't want APC again, make them they go. One we want to ask, when you see a result like this, say, where the votes of those people, no matter how small they are, where the vote of those people, you want them to say in the whole of Ekiti, now only 40 people actually they talk, say they don't want APC and they don't want PDP. Because with everything way you read now, like say the highest way the other party
the highest way the other party get now, we get PDC, we get 1,242 votes.
Okay.
That's so what the highest, followed by ADP with 1,000. APA with 1,199. Then you have ACD 1,149, ADP 1,082.
Okay, it means that in the whole of Ekiti we don't have up to at least 10,000 people where no one.
Yeah, but maybe if we add up all of these other votes, you go past.
One party.
Yes, for one party.
In one party.
No. All right. We get. It is Ike Shuku, our correspondent. We cover the entire election and send us information since. Ike Shuku, how are you there?
Yeah, Kiki, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. How the streets of Ekiti again now? How is still they going? Still in the mood of jubilation?
What? You said what? Can you come again?
I say the street of, if you describe what Ekiti be like at the moment for us.
The atmosphere in the street of Ekiti is buzzing. It's happening live and it's alive. That's just the word. The street of Ekiti is alive. Normal activity. The only difference is that there is extra excitement today. Of course, supporters of Dr. John Fayemi, winner of the election, are super excited that their party and their candidate has won. That's the situation right now as we speak.
Oh, okay. We had a report from you because you were at the collation center, the INEC collation center, where the results were declared and the winner was announced. There was a report that the PDP agent refused to sign the final results.
Yes. He left there in grievance that he felt foul play in the course of the whole electioneering, especially during the voting, especially with the vote buying and selling that we also reported yesterday. So he said he wasn't pleased with the results so far, that it doesn't tally with what they have on ground and all that. So those two reasons, that the fact that it doesn't tally with what they have on ground, what their own agents had and sent to them, and also the fact that there was a vote buying and selling, according to from him, accusing the opposing party which happens to be the winning party now. So in that grievance, he left the premises, and as at the time they called for agents to come and confirm and sign to the final result sheet, he was not available. He was nowhere to be found.
Oh, okay. Now, we do know that at every polling unit, after the election and after results are counted at the polling unit, the INEC of the officer at the polling unit will have to fill the form, and each party agent present will have to sign that result, and they will have each agent of the party at every polling unit will have their copy of the result declared in that polling unit.
Yes.
So is it that the PDP now, do they have the results or the signed copy that their agent has? Is it completely different from everything they have at, or what are the issues presently?
You know, the funniest thing with the PDP right now is that they are not even anywhere to be found. You can't even find them to even talk to them. The only party that has been talking has been the APC from the time we got to this Ado Ekiti till today. I called the chairman PDP's rally to at least get a word with him. He was never around. He was not available. You can't even reach him. He was always posting and posting. And at least we have to make do with the information that we have. They are not available to talk, and there's nothing we can do. Even yesterday, the governor declined talking. Even after he voted, he didn't talk to press at the time we were there. You understand?
Yeah.
So if they had their document, the result sheet signed, even at ward level, at polling unit level,
and
all that,
government level.
they are not there to now tell us their position. They are not available to tell us their position, and there's nothing we can do about it.
So, because at the moment, if the APC or the PDP agent is not happy, that would mean perhaps it's reacting. It won't be unknown to the leadership of the party at the state.
Of course, it's not unknown to them. He must have acted in their order in a way. He wouldn't have just jumped out of the place. Someone must have sent him on that errand to go and be the agent at the situation room, INEC situation room. So for him to have been there as their agent, he would have been sent by the party structure in Ekiti State. So living there would definitely also be with their knowledge. I am just sure of that.
Oh, okay. Another development will come out now. The fact
and one other thing is the National Publicity Secretary of PDP, in person of Mr. Kola Alagbondiyan, has already denounced the decline accepting the results as announced by INEC.
Okay, so that means he has.
That statement was made at the national level.
Okay,
so
what was the statement
no state level statement has made it so far.
What was the statement, please? Can you just quote him?
I don't have it word for word now, but on Twitter, it's on Twitter. It's on Twitter, and it is clear as they do not accept the result as declared by INEC. That's just a paraphrasing around it.
Okay, that means PDP at the national level do not accept the result. Yes, do not accept.
National Publicity Secretary.
Oh, okay. But now there another development will happen. Will lead to NBC to short Ekiti broadcasting service. If you tell us what you know about what happened there.
Yeah, what happened there was, as at late yesterday, the governor of the state led a team to announce a result of the election as it is. And the result was announced in favor of the People's Democratic Party. And being the organization that is not authorized to do that,
yes,
NBC took it up and took it on the Ekiti Broadcasting Service for allowing their platform to be used for such announcement. You know, because INEC is the only body authorized to do that.
Okay.
And I'm sure the reason why that platform was used, I'm talking of Ekiti Broadcasting Service now, it's not far from the fact that the GM of that organization is also the pressman, the spokesman of the governor of Ekiti State.
Okay, that's in person of Larry Olayinka.
Larry Olalekan, yes. Olaleke, yes.
Oh, okay. So it's been reported in some print medias and even online media that the governor of the state, in person of Ayodele Fayose,
Yes.
was the one that announced, he made the announcement himself. Because according to Armstrong Idashaba, the director of broadcasting or broadcast monitoring of the commission, that is of NBC, announced that he cited that the governor himself breach of Electoral Act and Broadcasting Code using the two stations. That the governor used the two stations to announce a result that is different from INEC.
Yes, that was exactly what happened. But the NBC's National Broadcasting Corporation position is not is exactly what the situation is, because they are the one that took a step to now enforce the penalty, the immediate penalty of shutting down the premises for the breach. Because as it is, if you put one or two together, there's no way a person holding such office, which is supposed to be non-partisan and unbiased, somebody holding that position, still also speaking for the governor, definitely there will be room for bias. Maybe that was why he also allowed his platform to be used for such an authorized and illegal announcement as it is.
Oh, okay. Now I understand the reason why the chairman of the of NLC in Ekiti State, why the NLC had an interactive session with the PDP candidate some weeks before the election, stated clearly that they do not want politician to head the broadcasting service in Ekiti State, because according to them, politicians not really manage the media for state-owned media well as they're supposed to manage them.
Yes, of course, because especially if the politician is in the ruling party, there is a chance that he or she will be biased. Such office shouldn't be an office where the person handling it should take side, and you shouldn't allow somebody who has the tendency of taking side, either by personal intention or by environmental factor or by association. Such person should not take such office, because definitely taking side will play out eventually at the end of the day, which is what has kind of now. I need to be because we are right now we just entered the APC secretariat, and here the chairman, I think the chairman is about to speak, because I'm somewhere downstairs. My colleague just signaled me to come upstairs. The chairman is about to speak, and we are expecting Dr. Fayemi to also be here in a while.
All right, no problem. We'll get back to you to hear more about the happening in Ekiti State. Thank you very much, Ikechukwu. But interestingly, remember during the era of the era of election 1986, not 86 now, 1983, yes, where Pa Adekunle Ajasi contested the election. Then that was in old Ondo State, and we had the other candidate, Omoboriwo. And what happened in that election that went so violent was because the different candidates used the media houses then to announce a very different result. So, but one would wonder why, okay, with what has happened taking place, the NBC position shutting down the media houses, shouldn't we praise and applaud the people of Ekiti State for being calm even up to this moment? Because so many people perhaps would have listened to that broadcast, and now they've gotten something entirely different from the broadcast. The entire state is calm.
The streets to cause violence in the streets. And this is what I said when we started, from the beginning of this broadcast. I told you that for me, I am happy that, from the reports that we are getting, that the people of the states, harmful people of the states are saying that they are happy for the results that came out. At the end of the day, it is the people that matter. So that we also want to applaud the people of Ekiti State, even those are not. We know definitely some people are not happy with the result. Those that are not happy with the result did not react, to that broadcast that came from the Ekiti State Broadcasting Corporation. Because that is the state-owned, broadcasting corporation. So any information that will come from there, people want to take it that it is the authentic information. But they did not react to it. They did not take to the street to cause violence or to cause mayhem and all of that. You know, but on the other hand, one might not want to say that that is the reason why, you know, that broadcast was made. But on the other hand, you know, the broadcasting station should be aware, they should know the NBC code.
Yes, of course.
NBC code against such, they should be aware of it, and they should know also the penalty, you know, that will come with that from NBC. And as such, NBC have reacted to that, to shutting down their, you know, their station. And this is not the first time NBC will do this. You know, during the Yaradua time, we also understand, we also know, and everybody is aware, you know, the position that NBC also took against some media stations that went ahead to announce the death of Yaradua before coming from the presidency. And the steps too that NBC took, you know, reacting to that, because they also, you know, stand on their ground that such media houses should know the NBC code. Yes. You know, that guides broadcasting, you know, in Nigeria. You know, that I believe that whoever that is in charge of that radio station, that is in charge of that television broadcasting platform, they should be aware of the NBC code. And if they've gone to flout it, NBC have taken their stand. And I don't know, Tutu, let me learn. Okay. You know, and also coming from the governor, Nana Fayose, who is an outspoken, you know, well-informed politician in Nigeria. And Fayose, in his personality, you know, in Nigeria, one would want to see him as a senior citizen.
Of course.
He should have the constitution of this country,
the electoral code,
at the back of his arm. He should also have and fully informed and have adequate information of the content of, first of all, the content of the electoral, you know, laws, and also the consequences that guide such. And this, what he has done now, according to electoral law, states that he's going to pay a fine of 500,000 or imprisonment of 12 months, or both. And I think Fayose, in his capacity, should also be ready if truly, you know, the law gets up, you know, catches up with him.
Yeah, because it's surprising, you know. You know, we had to put several phone calls to Ekiti State to at least ascertain to verify this, because when the news broke, we doubt if a governor, will do that.
In the person of Fayose. If we say every other governors are not aware, not Fayose.
Not Fayose.
No, not Fayose.
But then I was going to say again that can any media house owned by government, can they stop government from coming to the media house? Now, let's say, how do you, as the manager of the station, or as an OAP who is on air at that moment, stop the executive governor of a state?
Executive governor of a state. State-owned media. State-owned media, or so to say, state-controlled finance, you know, they are being paid, their salaries are being paid by the
state government. But then again, we know at the end of the day, the suspension might not be as heavy as if it were to be from a private station. Because at the end of the day, by the time the new governor is sworn in October, definitely we notice things will take a different turn as it,
because it is owned by the state government, not by the governor,
not by the present governor,
not by the whoever is sitting on that space, you know, but it's owned by the state. It's a state property, you know. So NBC also is not under the control of a state. NBC is under the control of it's not under the control of the governor.
Yes.
You know, it's under the control of the constitution that guides, you know, broadcasting in Nigeria. You know, so definitely they will come back. If it was to be a private administration, maybe their license would have been withdrawn.
Yes.
Maybe their license would have been withdrawn. Because definitely. That is not
definitely.
It is like announcing the coup.
True.
That's what it means. It's like announcing the coup. You know, so we want to believe that. I still want to believe that. There are other stories
to this, and as things play out, we get
because if it is the way we are hearing it, if it is the way it has been reported everywhere. It has been reported everywhere, and if actually the governor actually went to that platform to announce his own results, then according to the electoral laws, I think we'll be looking at him.
Yes. It's going to be a big issue.
The consequences of the law.
A big story. And in fact, definitely we'll be covering all of this because it's not yet over in Ekiti State. Yes. As we've heard from our correspondent, Ikeshuku, the PDP at the national level has taken to social media to declare that they can't accept the result announced by INEC. But now, another interesting angle to this is that in 2014, the results of the election release shows that all right, we have a caller on the line now.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for joining us on the program. May we know your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, Henry from Port Harcourt.
Okay, Henry from Port Harcourt.
Yes, wow, I'm so happy. I'm so happy for the result of Ekiti.
Wow, interesting.
I'm so happy because I like when the leaders, the so-called leaders, they break themselves and show a good example to the youth and not being violent and be talking anyhow on TV. The people of Ekiti vote Fayemi not because of anything, but because of the speech the fire says you speak every time against the leader on top. And I'm still waiting for more results in my state, which is Kogi State. Some of the people in Kogi State. Yes, because now they can see that, yes, people are saying APC is not doing anything, but the result is there now to see that people still love APC. All I will just advise the new elected governor is that he should just take his time and help the people, make sure he governs the people well, so that we won't have this misunderstanding of all these leadership. Okay. Thank you so much, John. Right, I love Ekiti people. I wish I'm from Ekiti.
But you know, as a Nigerian, you can relocate to live anywhere and be a citizen. You know, freedom of movement. So when are you thinking of relocating to Ekiti State?
Please, every time I tell you that Ekiti I'm one in Ekiti. My senator do not be lying.
Oh, okay. we do know it's aware of the results. All right, Henry from Port Harcourt. Okay. Thank you very much, Henry from Port Harcourt. Thank you. So, yeah, thank you very much. Before Henry's call, I was going to say that in 2014, the results announced by INEC shows that Fayose won Fayemi in Fayemi local government Oye. And not just his local government, even from his hometown. His hometown. But now 2016, Fayose, the PDP now, because Fayose is not on the ballot. But the PDP lost to Fayemi. Fayemi won in Fayose's local government.
Fayose's local government.
What do you make of this?
It is still about the people.
Okay.
You know, it is still about the people. It gets to show that, you know, during Fayemi's time, it played out. It means that the people of Ekiti State have come to realize that, you know, incumbency cannot, being an incumbent leader, cannot influence, you know, their choice or, you know, standing their grounds on what they want as against what will, you know, make their life good for them. You know, and that is the point I want Nigeria to get to, and that is what I am looking at for us to take to the 2019 polls. You know, let us go to the 2019 polls with regardless of whoever is on that seat, you know, without bias, and go to that place and vote for what you want. You know, if my town man, if the man from my town, he does not have my well-being, my interest at heart, and I had the opportunity to stop him from depriving me of having a good life, then I should exercise that opportunity. You know, I should start that my responsibility, that my you know, responsibility and opportunity to taking him out of the way so that I can have a good life. And I think if that is the position, I think you know, it's a good thing for us to, we should applaud Ekiti State, you know, for taking their decisions.
Okay, just in case you don't know, all right, we have someone calling us from outside Nigeria now. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Please, sir, your name
my
and
name is Christopher.
Okay. Christopher.
Yes, and
Okay.
I'm calling from Italy.
Okay, from Italy, Christopher. You're welcome.
Yes, you see what happened in Ekiti State is not a surprise to me because I follow up this election. Even when I was in Nigeria, right from the time that Fayemi got the victory over the same person, I was laughing. And back then, I was a student union leader in my school, and I know very much all these tricks that the people are using. Goodluck Jonathan actually ring the first election that Fayemi became
Allegedly, it's not been proven. Well, my brother, it's not been proven. So allegedly.
Alleged.
It's just an allegation. It's not been proven.
It's alleged.
Yes, it's allegation, and you see the military personnel that came into the states. The same thing happened in this election, yesterday election. You see, it was all the what is happening now is a payback of what has happened before. The same allegation, you may call it allegation. Okay, let me abide to your word. The same allegation is still what Fayemi will still face. You see, the same military personnel, the same thing Fayemi is complaining about. The police is owned by the federal, the military personnel, they are owned by the federal, and even the state broadcasting television didn't even work. Everything was shut down. You see, all these things they are all payback. And the game is not ended yet, has not ended yet, because Fayemi is going to be appointed as the minister about when PDP actually take over the federal. What happened? The PDP, the last election, 2004, I think they won, and the loser was appointed as minister. The same thing is going to happen. APC is going to lose the federal after delivering the states, the Ekiti state, and then they are going to appoint the loser of this election under PDP umbrella, and then it's going to come back again to complete the entire circle, and it's going to lose in the next election. Then, then the entire circle will be completed. Just sit down and watch what is going to happen. We all know that what I'm trying to say is that this election, yesterday election, was rigged. You may also call it allegation. It was not free and fair election. Because before the INEC released the results have circulated around the entire world. We got results compiled by different world and different local governments, and PDP were leading. All of a sudden, because INEC has the power to declare the final result, they declared the result, and we don't know what happened at the middle of the match. So we are watching. We will sit down and be watching. But I also celebrate with Ekiti State. I celebrate with the Ekiti State with this Fayemi that just came on board. I'm celebrating with Ekiti because I'm celebrating their death. I'm celebrating their ex-men. As now he's talking, I know that
we have to thank you very much. Thank you very much for taking your time to call us all the way from Italy. Thank you very much. Now, but now another interesting angle to the election is the fact that Ekiti South Senatorial District has never produced a governor in the state since 1996. That Ekiti State was created out of the former Ondo State. Because, in fact, Fayemi, who has been declared the winner of this election, is from Ekiti North Senatorial District. While Fayose, who is the incumbent, is from Ekiti Central Senatorial District. This is the first time. Okay, we have another caller on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, yeah.
Thank you for joining us on the program. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm calling from Spain.
From Spain. And what's the name, sir?
Yes, my name is Uyi. I'm from Edo State.
Okay, Uyi.
From Edo State.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, congratulations to the whole Ekiti State. Good afternoon. So, congratulations to the whole Ekiti State. So I really appreciate. My name is Uyi. I'm from Edo State.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome.
Only from Spain. Yeah. Yeah, really, I send my greeting to the full state of Ekiti State for them to be able to have that encouragement to receive the person that they want to rule them for the next 4 years, which is Fayemi, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
That's it.
So my advice is this. My advice is this to the next election that is coming up in River State. So what happened in Ekiti State is what is going to happen in River State. So I hope the next election that is going to come up by next year. So the game they played before in Ekiti State have played back to them. So for me, I'm not a fan of APC, neither PDP. But if I have opportunity to talk to the president, I will advise the president to build more prison in the nation, because Nigeria will lack of prison. There's no prison in that country. So you see people misbehaving, paying people to vote. That is not allowed in Europe. You can't do that.
Uyi, thank you very much.
For me, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That was Uyi. He's from Edo State, Nigeria, but he called in from Spain, in Europe. Before the call came in fact, Ekiti South Senatorial District, all they wanted, what some of them wish, especially the political leaders, was they were thinking this is going to be the opportunity to produce the governor. All right, we have another caller on the line. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. All right, do not forget that you can also join us live on our website, www.cinnigeria.com/live, and send us email at ekitidecides@cinnigeria.com. Or you can also send us email info@cinnigeria.com. All we want to do here is to bridge the information gap, reach out to you all across the world, wherever you may be, in Nigeria or in diaspora. And do not forget that we have the other videos on our website, even on our YouTube page, and of course on our Instagram page and Twitter. On Instagram, we are at CIN and on Facebook at CIN and on Twitter at CIN We have videos from our visit to Benue State, where we visited the IDP camps to talk to the people in Benue State, those who are the victims of herdsmen attack in the state, to tell us their story. And we have all of this on our website, and also an exclusive interview we had with the executive governor of Benue State on his farm in Makurdi. So if you want to see all of this and more, then you can visit our website and also on YouTube. And do not forget that we have so many other programs. We have a program called GDP, Governance, Development and People, where we talk all about government policies, how it can bring about development and in turn affect the people. So you can check all of this out on our website. And also we have a program on the street. Yes, the Street Assembly, TSA. This is a program where Nigerians on the street share their opinions on national issues as reported on the pages of newspaper. It's about the gathering of Nigerians on the streets, analyzing issues and airing their opinions on national issues. So you can check all of this out on our website, TSA, the Street Assembly. And of course, on the economy, we have a program called Business Standpoint, BSP, where we talk about how government policies and decisions affect the economy, and how everything about life is about business, economy, and every decision taken by one person in one part of the world affect business in another part of the world. So you might want to check out Business Standpoint, which is BSP. We have so many other programs. Just visit our website, www.cinnigeria.com, and also on YouTube at CIN and of course on Facebook at CIN and on Twitter at CIN Instagram at CIN So before we go now, we just come back to this because interestingly, PDP out of Ekiti State, what this means if any other thing different, if a couple of months coming, we do not have anything different from what has been announced by INEC. What it means is that of the 6 states in the southwest, APC have all the 6 states in the southwest.
Well, I want to say that.
So southwest is now APC.
So southwest is now APC region.
Yeah, because they have all the 6 states in the.
Southwest is now APC region. Well, I would have been me as a Nigerian. I want to speak on the fact that from the point that if I'm a Nigerian, I would rather have a balance, so that people can express their views. People should be able to speak up. People should be able to stand for their rights, because right now it means that the entire Southwest is going to be controlled by one political party, and the governance and things that are going to work around the Southwest will be controlled by one political party. I would have even preferred if at least one state or 2 states, is being governed by any other party. Not even PDP or APC. If I want to speak my stance, if I want to also say my clear thoughts or on my expectations on the election, I was looking at a situation whereby if a party, if a new party, even if they don't emerge winners, they should come close to winning.
But that's not the case.
That's not the case.
The only political party that came, not really close, but with the highest votes after PDP is PDC with 1,242 votes. Not even close.
So we should begin to have, so that we can have new trends. We can begin to have trust in other platforms or any other group to see how best we can move the country forward. Because if the people have been complaining, or under the governance of the two so to say big wigs, key players in our political terrain in Nigeria, people have been complaining. We're looking at us having another political party, a new set of guys entirely, new ideologies, new plans, and let's see if we're going to have something better.
All right, but of course, I know what everyone cares about is development. So whoever is going to bring about development is what really matters at the end of the day. Yeah. But then it is also good for us to inform you again that the total number of registered voters in the Ekiti State was 909,585, and of this total number of registered voters, 667,064 PVCs were collected, and there were 405,861 accredited voters. That was yesterday. And of this number, total number of valid votes was 384,594. And of course, total number of rejected votes, 18,857. And total number of vote cast, 403,451 votes. So, Dr. John Olukayode Fayemi has been declared winner of the election. So congratulations again to the people of Ekiti State, and congratulations to Nigerians. Of course, the reason we have to congratulate everybody is because the election was peaceful, no bloodshed, and that is what we want in subsequent elections. So thank you very much for spending your time with us today again. Do not forget to check up on our YouTube page, subscribe so that you'll be notified when we upload new videos and new content. And of course, on our website, www.cinnigeria.com. Okay, so my name again, Natwitwi Ayino. And of course, my humble guest will do all the analysis, it will be Abide. So, to our team and everybody, we did for Ekiti, we still did for Ekiti State, and the team behind the scene here, Badmons, we did behind camera, K-Solo, our mighty producer, Yala, the technical man, and also the kitchen man, where they give us all the food and even what you see where they drink here. Of course, Tolani, we're in control of production there, and we also get Henry, they make una they watch us live for wherever una they watch now, and also Young Fredo, where they keep up with those where they tweet at us and the way they talk to us on social media, and of course Energize. Now they put all the clips together where una they see. So thanks to everyone, and of course Easy waiting for Ekiti State. 9 days behind the visuals that we receive from Ekiti State, and the voice there from Ekiti State, Ike Shuku or Yemeke, Dr. Squared, Pelepo, and of course to every member of the team, Martins, Yinka, Carlos, and for lunch, we talk to us all the way from Ijero, Oluwadamilola, and Benjamin. And of course, the guest that will join us on the program yesterday, talking about Bolaji Ogunseye. Thank you very much for being part of this broadcast. And also, we had on the program also Shegun Awosonya, and also Tomide Akinribido. And of course, Raphael Uwaneri, also a colleague on Citizen Information Network, who was here also on the program to help us analyze events in Ekiti State. So, from everyone to everybody, which use their data to watch us from outside Nigeria, and those with the inside Nigeria, and those we call us from outside and even inside. Thank you very much. Don't forget, you can always drop your comments, send us email, and send us your suggestions. Info at citizen, sorry, I beg your pardon now. Info at cinnigeria.com, and on anything Ekiti election, send the email to ekitidecides@cinnigeria.com. Thank you very much. Of course, I don't go forget, Yomi, yes, the guy we build the website, where they manage everything for the website. Thank you very much, Yomi. And of course, all the engineers there will work to make sure so now hear us, work sleeplessly. We thank you very much. Talking about Ayodele, and even engineer Sunday, and of course the man, the graphics man himself. Yes, Larry Graphics. Thank you very much. So from here, we say bye-bye. Until next time again, when we'll bring you more things from Citizen Information Network. My name, Natwitwi Ayino. Bye-bye.
Loye Oladele and Social Democratic Party.
Fayemi being the winner of this election.
We are very, very happy because he has been there for once. You understand? And we know what he did then. We are very much happy. We are excited. We are full of joy. As you can see us here, we are celebrating. Are you getting me? And we know he's going to do more in this coming government. Are you getting me? So we expect much with him. We believe in him, and we believe he's going to do much better. Is very daring, and you can see the masses when they came out and vote. Are you getting me? He did
of everything are not good. Look at you, as you know, so we are very much happy.
We are all welcome Dr. John Fayemi for this winning of this election. We people in Ekiti are all happy because we are so happy that this meeting is going to Dr. Fayemi. So we are jubilating that the new hope is now coming. So we don't need all this the policies of no money, no anything, poverty, no salary. So all those things we don't need it again. So we need new governor, new everything, new health, new good news, good anything, good food, so good life, good shelter. So we need it now in Ekiti.
Okay, but we are aware that Fayose was doing stomach infrastructure and he was giving you like 10 cup of rice and 2,000 naira monthly.
So some people are collecting it, but me and my husband and my people too, we are not used to collect all those things.
So what you are saying is that majority of Ekiti people don't collect, they were not collecting it.
We don't collecting it, we don't collect anything. Even yesterday PDP people, they are sharing money for people, but some people did not collect it. Some people collect it, but as for me, I didn't collect anything, but I voted to Dr. Fayemi yesterday.
Well, we also had that APC shared money.
APC, I don't know about that one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
election, shutting down the media houses, shouldn't we praise and applaud the people of Ekiti State for being calm even up to this moment? Because so many people perhaps would have listened to that broadcast and now they've gotten something entirely different from the broadcast. The entire state is calm.
The streets to cause violence in the streets. And
yes.
This is what I said when we started, from the beginning of this broadcast. I told you to that for me, I am happy that, from the
This is the APC headquarters. You can see activity in that office as we speak right now. Just the good. And of course, as expected, this is the APC headquarters. You can see activity in that office as we speak right now.
All right, welcome back. Wow. Interesting narrative, interesting. Some are very happy. The last woman that spoke, she's particularly happy because she didn't collect any money. She did not say her vote. She voted for her conscience. But then again, it would be good for us to just run you through the result as published and released by the Independent National Electoral Commission. And this is what we got. That Accord Party got, in fact, let's start from the total number of registered voters. We shared with you yesterday that the total number of registered voters is 909,585. And the total number of collected PVCs in fact, is 667,064 PVCs collected. Though I understand that is not, what I'm reading at is not what you can see on the screen, but I do know we'll have the right one on the screen now. Because what I'm reading is what was published by INEC on their Twitter handle. So, from there, in fact, of a total number of 909,585 registered voters, 667,064 PVCs were collected, and the total number of accredited voters were 405,861. And the total number of valid votes, 384,584. While the total number of vote cast is 403,451. And the total number of rejected votes, 18,857. So, we'll analyze all of these, but let's now go back to the number of votes by political parties. Our Accord Party has 250 votes, AA has 41 votes, ACD 1,149 votes, AD 216 votes, ADP 1,082 votes, AGA 107 votes, while AGAP 31 votes, ANRP 125 votes, APA 1,199 votes, APC 197,454 votes, APDA 464 votes, ABGA 70 votes, BNPP 14 votes, DA 14 votes, DPC 147 votes, DPP 181 votes, FGP 42 votes, GPN 20 votes, ID 212 votes, COA 23 votes, LP 280 votes, MNN 35 votes, NPN 231 votes, NDLP 84, NPC 353 votes, PANDEL 74, PDC 1,242 votes, PDP 178,121 votes, PPA 632 votes, PPN 187 votes, SDP 367 votes, UPD 29 votes, UPN 13 votes, YDP 31 votes, and YPP 41 votes. So that now just as each political party, the vote where they get by each political party. And John Olukayode Fayemi of the APC haven't satisfied the requirements of the law and scored the highest number of votes, is hereby declared the winner and returned elected. This now as INEC take tweet them for their Twitter handle, and this now all the information. So no political party will not get votes.
Me, back from school, I was not a fantastic mathematician or mathematics student.
Yes.
For secondary school, even till now, I am not a fantastic but looking at the calculations, and this now don't be the trend, with all the elections them inside Nigeria, where other political parties will be like they use them to balance the sheet.
Yes.
It's more like a balance sheet, when they do sharing formula, they use them, give them some kind of small points so that they can balance the sheet for the two warlords.
Yes.
The
big political party.
Big political party, the big wigs, that's the PDP and APC. Because by the time you do all the calculations, you can find out, say those other ones, they just carry out some votes, they share.
Yes.
That the way we think they
just use them to frustrate other people.
To take, calculate the votes. Now the way the thing always appear, because most of these people, if you see them, even in their small musho marries, I would say, forgive me for using that word, but there are small gatherings where then they do. You go find out, say, then get some, handful followers. Yes. Where you go expect, say, you go reflect for, the election. You go reflect.
Yeah.
Because some people too, in Nigeria, some people now they even talk, say, we don't want PDP, we don't want APC again, make them they go. What we want to ask, when you see a result like this, say, where the votes of those people, no matter how small they are, where the vote of those people, you want them to say in the whole of Ekiti. Now only 40 people actually they talk, say they don't want APC and they don't want PDP. because the difference way you read now, like say the highest way the other party.
No, the highest way the other party get now. We get PDC. We get 1,242 votes.
Okay.
That's the highest, followed by ADP with 1,000. APA with 1,199. Then you have ACD 1,149. ADP 1,082.
Okay, it means that in the whole of Ekiti we don't have up to at least 10,000 people where no one.
Yeah, but maybe if we add up all of these other votes, you go past. Yes, for one party. For one party. No. All right. We get. It is Ikechukwu, our correspondent. We cover the entire election and send us information since. Ikechukwu, how you doing?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. How the streets of Ekiti again now? How is still going? Still in the mood of jubilation?
What? You said what? Can you come again?
I say the street of, if you describe what Ekiti be like at the moment for us.
The atmosphere in the street of Ekiti is buzzing. It's happening live and it's alive. That's just the word. The street of Ekiti is alive. Normal activity. The only difference is that there is extra excitement today. Of course, the supporters of Dr. John Fayemi, winner of the election, are super excited that their party and their candidate has won. That's the situation right now as we speak.
Oh, okay. We had a report from you because you are the collation center, the INEPTH collation center, where the results were declared and the winner was announced. There was a report that the PDP agent refused to sign the final results.
Yes. He left there in grievance that he felt foul play in the course of the whole electioneering, especially during the voting, especially with the vote buying and selling that we also reported yesterday. So he said he wasn't pleased with the results so far, that he doesn't tally with what they have on ground and all that. So two reasons: that the fact that it doesn't tally with what they have on ground, what their own agents had and sent to them, and also the fact that there was a vote buying and selling, and according to from him, accusing the opposing party, which happens to be the winning party now. So in that grievance, he left the premises, and after the time he called for agents to come and confirm and sign to the final result sheet, he was not available. He was nowhere to be found.
Oh, okay. Now, we do know that at every polling unit, after the election and after results are counted at the polling unit, the INEC of the officer at the polling unit will have to fill the form, and each party agent present will have to sign that result, and they will have each agent of the party at every polling unit will have their copy of the result declared in that polling unit.
Yes.
So is it that the PDP now, do they have the results or the signed copy that their agent has? Is it completely different from everything they have at, what are the issues presently?
You know, the funniest thing with the PDP right now is that they are not even anywhere to be found. You can't even find them to even talk to them. The only party that has been talking has been the APC from the time we got to this Ekiti till today. I called the chairman PDP's rally to at least get a word with him. He was never around. He was not available. You can't even reach him. He was always posting and posting. And at least we want to make do with the information that we have. They are not available to talk, and there's nothing. Even yesterday, the governor declined talking. Even after he voted, he didn't talk to press at the time we were there. You understand?
Yeah.
So if they had their document, the result sheet signed, even at ward level, at polling unit level, and all that, they are not there to now tell us their position. They are not available to tell us their position, and there's nothing we can do about it.
So, because at the moment, if the APC or the PDP agent is not happy, that would mean perhaps it's reacting. It won't be unknown to the leadership of the party at the state.
Of course, it's not unknown to them. He must have acted in their order in a way. He wouldn't have just jumped out of the place. Someone must have sent him on that errand to go and be the agent at the situation room, INEPTH situation room. So for him to have been there as their agent, he would have been sent by the party structure in Ekiti State. So living there would definitely also be with their knowledge. I am just sure of that.
Oh, okay. Another development will come out now. The fact
and one other thing is the National Publicity Secretary of PDP, in person of Mr. Kola Alagbondiyan, has already denounced declined accepting the results as announced by INEPTH.
Okay, so that means he has. What
was made at the national level.
Okay, so what was the statement
again? State level statement has been made so far.
What was the statement, please? Can you just quote him?
I don't have it word for word now, but on Twitter, it's on Twitter. It's on Twitter, and it's clear as they do not accept the result as declared by INEPTH. That's just a paraphrasing around it.
Okay, that means PDP at the national level do not accept the results. Yes, do not accept.
National Publicity Secretary.
Oh, okay. But now there another development will happen. Will lead to NBC to short Ekiti broadcasting service. If you tell us what you know about what happened there.
Yeah, what happened there was, as at late yesterday, the governor of the state led a team to announce a result of the election as it is. And the result was announced in favor of the People's Democratic Party. And being the organization that is not authorized to do that,
yes,
NBC took it up and took it on the Ekiti Broadcasting Service, allowing their platform to be used for such announcement. You know, because INEC is the only body authorized to do that. I'm sure the reason why that platform was used, I'm talking of Ekiti Broadcasting Service now, it's not far from the fact that the GM of that organization is also the pressman, the spokesman of the governor of Ekiti State.
Okay, that's in person of Larry Olayinka.
Larry Olayinka, yes, Olayinka, yes.
Oh, okay. It's been reported in some print medias and even online media that the governor of the state, in person of Ayodele Fayose,
yes,
was the one that announced. He made the announcement himself, because according to Armstrong Idashaba, the director of broadcast monitoring of the commission, that is of NBC, announced that he cited that the governor himself breach of Electoral Act and Broadcasting Code using the two stations. That the governor used the two stations to announce a result that is different from INEC.
Yes, that was exactly what happened. But the NBC's National Broadcasting Corporation position is exactly what the situation is, because they are the one that took a step to now enforce the penalty, the immediate penalty,
yes,
of shutting down the premises for the breach. Because as it is, if you put one or two together, there's no way a person holding such office, which is supposed to be non-partisan and unbiased, somebody holding that position still also speaking for the governor, definitely there will be room for bias. Maybe that was why he also allowed his platform to be used for such an authorized and illegal announcement as it is.
Okay, now I understand the reason why the chairman of the of NLC in Ekiti State, why the NLC had an interactive session with the PDP candidate some weeks before the election, stated clearly that they do not want politicians to head the broadcasting service in Ekiti State, because according to them, politicians not really manage the media for state-owned media well as they're supposed to manage them.
Yes, of course, because especially if the politician is in the ruling party, there is a chance that he or she will be biased. Because such office shouldn't be an office where the person handling it should take sides, and you shouldn't allow somebody who has benefit of taking side, either by personal intention or by environmental factor or by association. such person should not take such office because definitely taking side will play out eventually at the end of the day, which is what has kind of happened now. I need to be in because we are right now we just entered the APC secretariat, and here the chairman, I think the chairman is about to speak because I'm somewhere downstairs. My colleague just signaled me to come upstairs. The chairman is about to speak, and we are expecting Dr. Fayemi to also be here in a while.
All right, no problem. We'll get back to you to hear more about the happening in Ekiti State. Thank you very much, Ikechukwu. But interestingly, remember during the era of the era of election 1986. No, not 86 now. 1983. Yes, where Pa Adekunle Ajasi contested the election. Then that was in old Ondo State, and we had the other candidate Omoboruewo. And what happened in that election that went so violent was because the different candidates used the media houses then to announce a very different result. So, but one would wonder why, okay, with what has happened taking place, the NBC position shutting down the media houses, shouldn't we praise and applaud the people of Ekiti State for being calm even up to this moment? Because so many people perhaps would have listened to that broadcast and now they've gotten something entirely different from the broadcast. The entire state is calm.
The streets to cause violence in the streets. And this is what I said when we started, from the beginning of this broadcast. I told you to that for me, I am happy that, from the reports that we are getting, that the people of the states, half people of the states are saying that they are happy for the results that came out. At the end of the day, it is the people that matter. Yeah. So that we also want to applaud the people of Ekiti State. Even those are not, we know definitely some people are not happy with the result. Those that are not happy with the result did not react, to that broadcast that came from the Ekiti State Broadcasting Corporation, because that is the state-owned, broadcasting corporation. So any information that will come from there, people want to take it that it is the authentic information, but they did not react to it. They did not take to the streets to cause violence or to cause mayhem and all of that. But on the other hand, one might not want to say that that is the reason why that broadcast was made. But on the other hand, the broadcasting station should be aware. They should know the NBC code.
Yes, of course.
NBC code against such. They should be aware of it, and they should know also the penalty, that will come with that from NBC. And as such, NBC have reacted to that, to shutting down their station. And this is not the first time NBC will do this. During the Yaradua time, we also know, and everybody is aware, the position that NBC also took against some media stations that went ahead to announce the death of Yaradua before coming from the presidency. And the steps too that NBC took, reacting to that, because they also, stand on their ground that such media houses should know the NBC code, that guides broadcasting, in Nigeria. That I believe that whoever that is in charge of that radio station, that is in charge of that television broadcasting platform, they should be aware of the NBC code, and if they've gone to flat it, NBC have taken their stand. And I don't know, let me that. Okay. And also coming from the governor, Nana Fayose, who is an outspoken, well-informed politician in Nigeria. And Fayose, in his personality, in Nigeria, one want to see him as a senior citizen.
Of course.
He should have the constitution of this country,
the electoral code,
at the back of his arm. He should also have and fully informed and have adequate information
of the
content of, first of all, the content of the electoral laws, and also the consequences that guide such. And this, what he has done now, according to electoral law, states that he's going to pay a fine of 500,000 or imprisonment of 12 months, or both. And I think Fayose, in his capacity, should also be ready if truly, the law catches up with it.
Yeah, because it's surprising, we had to put several phone calls to Ekiti State to at least ascertain to verify this, because when the news broke, we doubt if a governor will do that.
In the person of Fayemi, if we say every other governors are not aware, not Fayemi.
Not Fayemi.
No, not Fayemi.
But then I was going to say again that can any media house owned by government, can they stop government from coming to the media house? Now, let's say, how do you, as the manager of the station, or as an OAP who is on air at that moment, stop the executive governor of a state?
Executive governor of a state. State-owned media. State-owned media, or so to say, state-controlled finance. They are being paid, their salaries are being paid by the government.
But then again, we know at the end of the day, the suspension might not be as heavy as if it were to be from a private station. Because at the end of the day, by the time the new governor is sworn in October, definitely we notice things will take a different turn as it.
Because it is owned by the state government, not by the governor.
Not by the present governor.
Not by the whoever is sitting on that place, but it's owned by the state. It's the state property, So NBC also is not under the control of a state. NBC is under the control of. It's not under the control of the governor.
Yes.
It's under the control of the constitution and guides, broadcasting in Nigeria. So definitely they will come back. If it was to be a private administration, maybe their license would have been withdrawn.
Yes.
Maybe their license would have been withdrawn.
Definitely.
That is not.
Definitely.
It is like announcing the coup.
True.
That's what it means. It's like announcing the coup. So we want to believe that. I still want to believe that. There are other stories
to this, and as things play out,
because if it is the way we are hearing it, if it is
that it's really it has been reported everywhere.
It has been reported everywhere, and if actually the governor actually went to that platform to announce his own results, then according to the electoral laws, I think we'll be looking at him.
It's going to be a big issue.
The consequences of the law.
A big story. And in fact, definitely we'll be covering all of this because it's not yet over in Ekiti State. Yes. So, as we've heard from our correspondent, Ikeshiku, the PDP at the national level has taken to social media to declare that they can't accept the results announced by INEC. But now, another interesting angle to this is that in 2014, the results of the election release shows that all right, we have a caller on the line now.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for joining us on the program. May we know your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, Henry from Port Harcourt.
Okay, Henry from Port Harcourt.
Yes. Wow, I'm so happy. I'm so happy for the result of it.
Wow, interesting.
I'm so happy because I like when the leaders, the so-called leaders, will use themselves and show a good example to the youth and not being violent and be talking anyhow on TV. The people of Ekiti, both Fayemi, not because of anything, but because of the speech the fire says, you speak every time against the leader of God. And I'm still waiting for more results in my state, which is Kogi State. Some of Kogi State. Yes, because now they can see that, yes, people are saying APC is not doing anything, but the result is there now to see that people still love APC. All I will just advise the new elected governor is that he should just take his time and help the people, make sure a governor is well, so that we won't have this misunderstanding of all these leaders. Okay. Thank you so much, Doctor. I love the people. I wish I'm from the city.
But as a Nigerian, you can relocate to live anywhere and be a citizen, freedom of movement. So when are you thinking of relocating to Ekiti State?
Yes,
tell my senator that APC has won in Ekiti. My senator did not lie.
Oh, okay. We do know is aware of the results. All right, Henry from Port Harcourt. Okay. Thank you very much, Henry from Port Harcourt. Thank you. So, yeah, thank you very much. Before Henry's call, I was going to say that in 2014, the results announced by INEC shows that Fayose won Fayemi in Fayemi local government Oye. And not just his local government, even from his hometown. His hometown. But now 2016, Fayose, the PDP now, because Fayose is not on the ballot. But the PDP lost to Fayemi. Fayemi won in Fayose's local government.
Fayose's local government.
What do you make up of this?
It is still about the people.
Okay.
You know, it is still about the people. It gets to show that, you know, during Fayemi's time, it played out. It means that the people of Ekiti State have come to realize that, you know, incumbency cannot, being an incumbent leader, cannot influence, you know, their choice or, you know, standing their grounds on what they want as against what will, you know, make their life good for them. You know, and that is the point I want Nigeria to get to, and that is what I'm looking at for us to take to the 2019 polls. You know, let us go to the 2019 polls with regardless of whoever is on that seat. You know, without bias, and go to that place and vote for what you want. You know, if my town man, if the man from my town, he does not have my well-being, my interest at heart, and I have the opportunity to stop him from depriving me of having a good life, then I should exercise that opportunity. You know, I should start that my responsibility, that my responsibility and opportunity to taking him out of the way so that I can have a good life. And I think if that is the position, and I think you know, it's a good thing for us to, we should applaud the state, you know, for taking their decisions.
Okay, just in case you don't know, all right, we have someone calling us from outside Nigeria now. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, sir, good afternoon. Please, your name
my name is Christopher.
Okay. Christopher.
Yes,
okay.
And I'm calling from Italy.
Okay, from Italy, Christopher. You're welcome.
Yes, you see what happened in Ekiti State is not a surprise to me because I followed this election. Even when I was in Nigeria, right from the time that Fayose got the victory over the same person, I was laughing. And back then, I was a student union leader in my school, and I know very much all these tricks that the people are using. Goodluck Jonathan actually ring the first election that Fayose became
it's not been proven. Well, my brother, it's not been proven. So allegedly.
Alleged.
It's just an allegation. It's not been proven.
It's alleged.
Yes, it's allegation, and you see the military personnel that came into the states. The military personnel that came into the states. The same thing happened in this election, yesterday election. You see, it was all what is happening now is a feedback of what has happened before. The same allegation, you may call it allegation, okay, let me apply to your word. The same allegation is still what Fayose is still face. You see, the same military personnel, the same thing Fayose is complaining about. The police is owned by the federal, the military personnel they are owned by the federal, and even the state broadcasting television didn't even work. Everything was shut down. You see, all these things they are all payback. And the game is not ended yet, because Fayose is going to be appointed as the minister when PDP actually take over the federal. What happened? In the last election, 2004,
I think they won, and the loser was appointed as minister. The same thing is going to happen. APC is going to lose the future after delivering the states, the Ekiti state, and then they're going to appoint the loser of this election under PDP umbrella, and then it's going to come back again to complete the entire circle. And it's going to put in the next election. Then, about then, the entire circle will be completed. Just sit down and watch what is going to happen. We all know that what I'm trying to say is that this election, yesterday election, was rigged. You may also call it allocation. It was not free and fair election. Because before the INEC released the result have circulated around the entire world. We got results compiled by different worlds and different local governments, and PDP were leading. All of a sudden, because INEC has the power to declare the final result, they declared the result, and we don't know what happened at the middle of the next. So we are watching. We will sit down and be watching. But I also celebrate with Ekiti State. I celebrate with the Ekiti State with this Fayemi that just came on board. I'm celebrating with Ekiti because I'm celebrating their death. I'm celebrating their ex-men. I've not used talking. I know that
right. We have to thank you very much. Thank you very much for taking your time to call us all the way from Italy. Thank you very much. Now, but now another interesting angle to the election is the fact that Ekiti South Senatorial District has never produced the governor in the state since 1996. That Ekiti State was created out of the former Ondo State. Because, in fact, Fayemi, who has been declared the winner of this election, is from Ekiti North Senatorial District. While Fayoshe, who is the incumbent, is from Ekiti Central Senatorial District. This is the first time. Okay, we have another caller on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on the program. Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon. I'm calling from Spain.
From Spain. And what's the name, sir?
Yes. Yes, my name is Uyi. I'm from Edo State.
Okay, Uyi.
From Edo State.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Congratulations to the whole Ekiti State. Good afternoon. So, congratulations to the whole Ekiti State. So I really appreciate. My name is Uyi. I'm from Edo State.
Yes.
Okay, from Spain. Yes. Yeah, I send my greeting to the full state of Ekiti State for them to be able to have that encouragement to receive the person that they want to rule them for the next 4 years, which is Fayemi, right?
Yes.
Okay. So my advice is this. My advice is this to the next election that is coming up in Rivers State. So what happened in Ekiti State is what is going to happen in Rivers State. So I hope the next election that is going to come up by next year. So the game they played before in Ekiti State have played back to them. So for me, I'm not a fan of APC, neither PDP. But if I have opportunity to talk to the president, I will advise the president to build more prison in the nation, because Nigeria will lack of prison. There is no prison in that country. So you see people misbehaving, paying people to vote. That is not allowed in Europe. You can't do that.
Thank you very much.
For me, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That was Uyi. He's from Edo State, Nigeria, but he called in from Spain in Europe. So before the call came in, in fact, Ekiti South Senatorial District, all they wanted, what some of them wish, especially the political leaders, was they were thinking this is going to be the opportunity to produce the governor. From all right, we have another caller on the line. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. All right, do not forget that you can Also join us live on our website www.cinnigeria.com/live, and send us email at ekitidecides@cinnigeria.com. You can also send us email info@cinnigeria.com. All we want to do here is to bridge the information gap, reach out to you all across the world, wherever you may be, in Nigeria or in diaspora. And do not forget that we have other videos on our website, even on our YouTube page, and of course on our Instagram page and Twitter. On Instagram, we are at CIN and on Facebook at CIN and on Twitter at CIN We have videos from our visit to Benue State, where we visited the IDP camps to talk to the people in Benue State, those who are the victims of herdsmen attack in the state, to tell us their story. And we have all of this on our website, and also an exclusive interview we had with the executive governor of Benue State on his farm in Makurdi. So if you want to see all of this and more, then you can visit our website and also on YouTube. And do not forget that we have so many other programs. We have a program called GDP, Governance, Development and People, where we talk all about government policies, how it can bring about development and in turn affect the people. So you can check all of this out on our website. And also we have a program on the streets. Yes, the Street Assembly, TSA. This is a program where Nigerians on the street share their opinions on national issues as reported on the pages of newspaper. It's about the gathering of Nigerians on the streets, analyzing issues and airing their opinions on national issues. So you can check all of this out on our website, TSA, the Street Assembly. And of course, on the economy, we have a program called Business Standpoint, BSP, where we talk about how government policies and decisions affect the economy, and how everything about life is about business, economy, and every decision taken by one person in one part of the world affect business in another part of the world. So you might want to check out Business Standpoint, which is BSP. We have so many other programs. Just visit our website, www.cinnigeria.com, and also on YouTube at CIN Niger, and of course on Facebook at CIN Niger, and on Twitter at CIN Niger, Instagram at CIN Niger. So before we go now, we'll just come back to this, because interestingly, PDP out of Ekiti State, what this means, if any other thing different, if in a couple of months coming, we do not have anything different from what has been announced by INEC. What it means is that of the 6 states in the southwest, APC have all the 6 states in the southwest.
Well, I want to say that.
So southwest is now APC.
So southwest is now APC region.
Yeah, because they have all the 6 states in the.
Southwest is now APC region. Well, I would have been me as a Nigerian. I want to speak on the fact that from the point that if I'm a Nigerian, I would rather have a balance, so that people can express their express their views. People should be able to speak up. People should be able to stand for their rights, because right now it means that the entire Southwest is going to be controlled by one political party, and the governance and things that are going to work around the Southwest will be controlled by one political party. I would have even preferred if at least one state or 2 states, is being governed by any other party. By any other party, not even PDP or APC. If I want to speak my stance, if I want to also say my clear thoughts or on my expectations on the election, I was looking at a situation whereby if a party, if a new party, even if they don't emerge winners, they should come close to winning.
But that's not the case.
That's not the case.
The only political party that came, not really close, but with the highest votes after PDP is PDC with 1,242 votes. Not even close.
So we should begin to have, so that we can have new trends. We can begin to have trust in in other platforms or any other group to see how best we can move the country forward. Because if the people have been complaining or under the governance of the two so to say big wigs, key players in our political terrain in Nigeria, people have been complaining. We're looking at us having another political party, a new set of guys entirely, new ideologies, new plans, and let's see if we're going to have something better.
All right, but of course, I know what everyone cares about is development. So whoever is going to bring about development is what really matters at the end of the day. But then it is also good for us to inform you again that the total number of registered voters in the Ekiti state was 909,585, and of this total number of registered voters, 667,064 PVCs were collected, and there were 405,861 accredited voters. That was yesterday, and of this number, total number of valid votes was 384,594, and of course, total number of rejected votes 18,857, and total number of vote cast 403,451 votes. So, Dr. John Olukayode Fayemi has been declared winner of the election. So congratulations again to the people of Ekiti State, and congratulations to Nigerians. Of course, the reason we have to congratulate everybody is because the election was peaceful, no bloodshed, and that is what we want in subsequent elections. So thank you very much for spending your time with us today again. Do not forget to check up on our YouTube page, subscribe so that you'll be notified when we upload new videos and new content. And of course on our website, www.cinnigeria.com. Okay, so my name again, Natwitwi, and of course my humble guest will do all the analysis to be Abide. So to our team and everybody we did for Ekiti, we still did for Ekiti State, and the team behind the scene here, Badmos, we did behind camera, K-Solo, our mighty producer, Yala, the technical man, and also the kitchen man, where they give us all the food and even what you see what they drink here. Of course, Tolani, where they in control of production there, and we also get Henry, where they make una they watch us live for wherever and they watch now, and also Young Fredo, where they keep up with those where they tweet at us and the way they talk to us on social media, and of course Energize. Now they put all the clips together. Now they see. So thanks to everyone, and of course Easy waiting for Ekiti State. 9 days behind the visuals the way we they receive from Ekiti State, and the voice there from Ekiti State, Ike Shuku Oyemeke, Dr. Squared Olepo, and of course to every member of the team, Martins, Yinka, Carlos, and for lunch we talk to us all the way from Ijero, Oluwadamilola, and Benjamin. And of course, the guest that will join us on the program yesterday, talking about Bolaji Ogunseye. Thank you very much for being part of this broadcast. And also, we had on the program also Shegun Awosonya, and also Tomide Akinribido, and of course, Raphael Nwaneri, also a colleague on Citizen Information Network, who was there also on the program to help us analyze events in Ekiti State. So, from everyone to everybody who use their data to watch us from outside Nigeria, and those who they inside Nigeria, and those who call us from outside and even inside. Thank you very much. Don't forget, you can always drop your comments, send us email, and send us your suggestions. Info at citizen, sorry, I beg your pardon now. Info at cinnigeria.com, and on anything Ekiti election, send the email to ekitidecides at cinnigeria.com. Thank you very much. Of course, I not going to forget Yomi, yes, the guy we build the website, where they manage everything for the website. Thank you very much, Yomi. And of course, all the engineers there will work to make sure so now hear us work sleeplessly. We thank you very much. You know, talking about Ayodele, you know, and even engineer Sunday, and of course the man, the graphics man himself. Yes, Larry Graphics. Thank you very much. So from here, we say bye-bye. Until next time again, when we'll bring you more things from Citizen Information Network. My name, Natwitwi Ayeno. Bye-bye.
very, very grateful for that. All the people that is here is APC, and we are rejoicing. Starting from this 5 o'clock this morning, we are rejoicing that our party APC, Dr. John Fayemi won the election. So we are happy about it.
So now that your party has won, what do you think that your governor would do different from what Fayose has been doing?
My governor will do more than Fayose has been doing. Because I love the governor. Dr. John Fayemi is a good man, and he has many good things for Ekiti State. So when our governor comes, everybody in Ekiti State will see the difference. And the difference is APC is different, quite different to PDP. So I'm one of APC members, and I'm very happy, and I'm very, very sure that APC is going to do well for Ekiti people. Thank you.
Thank you. Result. As a Fayemi APC don't win.
When I just say that examining the election, to say that what he has in mind.
How do you see the result of the election?
For the election, I'm not happy for the election.
Why are you not happy?
Because the election was free and fair election. And then as at yesterday, 7 o'clock, I was
7 p.m.
Yes, yesterday I was told that 12 documents have been won.
By who?
By who?
Okay.
So that's what.
How are you sure the person that told you was telling you the right thing?
No, I had the results. I was sent by the results.
They sent the result to you?
Yes. For everything, they heard everything, and then the result was sent. I have many friends send me the result. So I don't know why.
But okay, now that Fayemi has won, do you still have any hope? Is there any hope that
normally we thank God. Understand? But I believe in God. My hope. I believe in God.
Alright, thank you very much.
Fayemi being the winner of this election.
We are very, very happy because he has been there for once. We know what he did then. We are very much happy. We are excited. We are full of joy. As you can see us here, we are celebrating. Are you getting me? And we know he's going to do more in this coming government. Are you getting me? So we expect much in him. We believe in him, and we believe he's going to do much better. He's very daring, and you can see the masses come out and vote. You get me? The did compared to these polling booths everywhere here we won. Are you getting me? So we are much happy, and we are full of celebration. We are very, very happy. Very, very, very.
So my brother, what is your take on this election and this declaration of Fayemi as the
winner? We are very happy. We are very, 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 very much happy. In fact, I can't even express the kind of beautiful happy that everybody wants. So we are happy. You can see all over the state. Look at how youth were enjoying. So we are happy.
Does it mean that Fayose or PDP did not do anything for you?
It's not that it's not doing things, but the reason is that the fact is that everybody has his own side. To me, during the time of my 3 sisters were going to private school, and my mother, I know how my mother is doing this thing.
So
but now
was actually giving your mom 5,000 naira.
Not even 5,000. It's emulation. It's salary. Our salary. That's what I'm talking about. Our salary is going normal, smoothly. No, as in no kickbacks. Not that one will be hungry. Everybody was satisfied. But now my 3 sisters in public school.
don't need all this the policy of no money, no anything, poverty, no salary. So all those things we don't need it again. So we need new governor, new everything, new health, new good news, good anything, good food, so good life, good shelter. So we need it now in the
Okay, but we are aware that Fayose was doing stomach infrastructure and he was giving you like 10 cup of rice and 2,000 naira monthly.
So some people are collecting it, but me and my husband and my people too, we are not used to collect all those things.
So what you are saying is that the majority of it people don't collect, they were not collecting it.
We don't collect it, we don't collect anything. Even yesterday, PDP people, they are sharing money for people, but some people did not collect it. Some people collect it, but as for me, I didn't collect anything, but I voted to Dr. Fayemi.
But we also had that APC shared money.
APC, I don't know about that one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Huh?
Yes. Charlie, there's a message.
Can you hear me now? Listen to it.
Oh, you are not speaking to the microphone now, you know?
Okay. All right.
Wow. You know they calm down now. Okay. For some, it's a thing of joy, celebration, jubilation, reward for hard work. For others, it's time to go back to the drawing board. Take time out to re-strategize for another 4 years. While for others, they might be approaching the court. But all of this, we cannot really tell you exactly what the end might be and the reactions from everywhere. But we can tell you there is the jubilation and joy on the streets of Ekiti State as the Independent National Electoral Commission has declared the candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Dr. John Kayode Fayemi, as the winner of the Ekiti governorship election that happened yesterday in the state. So, welcome and thank you for joining us again on our coverage of Ekiti State. You know you are watching Citizen Information Network and my name, tweet me, Ayino. Time for us to bring you the results live and analysis, and of course I won't be doing this alone, for I have my brother and my friend. We spent the time out yesterday here to bring you all the analysis as we discuss reactions from Ekiti State and how the people conducted themselves during the course of the election. Though, as speculated from different angles, that there will be violence. The case might result into bloodshed, but that wasn't the case yesterday. And even today, it's still been peaceful on the streets of Ekiti State. So, welcome to Ibi Abide again. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much.
Ekiti, don't finally decide.
Yes.
And they've decided.
Ekiti has decided. And I will, first of all, I will still say again that congratulations to all the players, all the stakeholders, and also congratulations to the Ekiti people.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, it is the people that would still emerge as winners.
Of course.
If we have the large sum of the people in Ekiti State, large sum of people of the Ekiti State, the indigenous of Ekiti State, saying that they are satisfied with the result, I think that is the where I stand for. I stand for the people. If the people say they are okay with the result, then it means that the people have won. Because election is about the people and not even the politicians or the contestants, so to say. So if the people are happy, then
everyone should be happy.
Everybody should be happy.
The rest of Nigeria should be happy.
The world should be happy.
Of course. And truly, we don't know if you are happy wherever you are watching, but do remember, it's the people of Ekiti. They've decided, and INEC have announced the results. It will be interesting for you to know that the election, we had 35 political parties that contested the election yesterday with 34 candidates, and we shall run you through the results of the election as announced for each political parties. But interestingly, of the 6 political parties candidates which we covered very largely, Fayemi has emerged the winner. We should just let you know as well that we had Abiodun Aluko for our court party, John Fayemi for APC, Professor Kolapo Olushola Eleka for PDP, and of course Otumba Segun Adewale for ADP, and Dr. Sikiru Taye Lawa for Labour Party, and Akinoye Oladele Ayebusi for the SDP. So the result, as you can see on your screen, shows that the All Progressive Congress, APC, won 12 out of the 16 local governments in Ekiti State, while the People's Democratic Party had just 4 local government. This is, in fact, it did very completely different from the results of the election for 2014, where the People's Democratic Party, in fact, swept the whole state.
The whole local government, in
Ekiti State. And you know, say one interesting thing then, I say, the People's Democratic Party won all 16 local governments. But this time, some people they wonder, say, wow, because one of the big questions when they ask, when APC they so confident in their way, now say, we think they don't really do differently. And one big issue again is say, this election will determine, in fact, go get very big influence on the 2019 election. Now, so should we just conclude now that the people of Ekiti want Buhari 2019?
Titi, on that note, I would not say that categorically. But one thing where I dey happy with, with the results, and say, at least you don't go to auto prove again, say incumbency, no fit. We cannot sit at home and relax and say we no go outside, go pick our PVC because of an incumbent sitting power. To say that I the incumbent president, I the incumbent governor, so and I sit down for chair, so that the party, the ruling party of a state or ruling party of a country, then go still determine how elections go for that state. That one I dey happy of. You understand? But another thing one we want to look at where somebody want to say that played in the election would be the federal might.
Okay.
But that we cannot pin on the board to say categorically say federal might affect. We cannot say that categorically say the federal might not affect, because looking at every other thing, waiting the thing where we would always expect say the federal might go use in election, that's security.
Yes.
And from way back before now, we don't hear say they don't send in like over 30,000 police officers into it. But still, people were still asking, during the election or through yesterday, the calls who they get and also the feedback who they get, and the people they ask, where actually these 30,000 police people then did, where people they clamor say why they send them come into Ekiti State to come intimidate the people. So it is obvious that the security apparatus where the federal might, where people they think the federal might go use, take intimidate the people were not actually intimidated
at all.
If we look at from that angle, the people were not intimidated. Everybody came out, and it was violence free. People came out and expressed their choice,
of course,
their candidacy across all the parties. So we will want to say that if you look at everything on the scoreboard, if you want to look at, we could do analysis without bias and look at it and say, okay, this is what really happened. But that one, my joy. That's the joy I have in my heart, that at least the incumbency did not come to play. This, and I think that is what people also take to the 2019 election. To say that no be because of say you do on the seat, no because not guarantee say you go win. And being the ruling party or being the president of the seat, no be guarantee say you go win the election. So that I believe that Nigerians will take to the polls in 2019 to say, it's not because a ruling party is on seat.
You have to deserve it.
You have to deserve it. This whole slogan of will not come to play. Even if you don't vote, you go win. Will not come to play in 2019. So I would also want to use this platform to encourage Nigerians to go out there in 2019 and be sure that your PVC will work for you. Not that now then sit down there now then go win Jamaica sit down for our house. Let everybody come out in mass as we have done in Ekiti State.
Okay, we definitely will come back to announce the vote for each political parties. But for now, let's just go take you to the street of Ekiti State, where we have our correspondent talking to the people on the street of Ekiti. And here are visuals from Ekiti State.
So we are happy about it.
So now that your party has won, what do you think that your governor would do different from what Fayemi has been doing?
My governor will do more than Fayemi has been doing. Because I love the governor. Fayemi is a good man and he has many good things for Ekiti State. So when our governor comes, everybody in Ekiti State will see the difference that the difference is So I'm one of APC members, and I'm very happy, and I'm very, very sure that APC is going to do well for it. Thank you.
Thank you. So, as a Fayemi APC don't win. That's what I'm saying about it. Then I just say that examine the election so that what we have in mind. How do you see the result of the election?
For the election, I'm not happy for the election.
Why are you not happy?
Because the election was free and fair election. And then as at yesterday, 7 o'clock, I was
7 p.m.
Yes, yesterday I was told that check documents have been won.
By who?
By who?
Okay.
So that was what.
How are you sure the person that told you was telling you the right thing?
No, I had the results. I was sent by the results.
They sent the result to you?
Yes. For everything. They heard everything. And then the result was sent. I have many friends send me the results. So I don't know what. I think I will change.
But okay, now that Fayemi has won, do you still have any hope? Is there any hope that
normally we thank God. Understand? But I believe in God. That's my hope. I believe in God.
Thank you very much.
Fayemi being the winner of this election,
we are very, very happy because he has been there for once. We know what he did then. We are very much happy. We are excited. We are full of joy. As you can see us here, we are celebrating. Are you getting me? And we know he's going to do more in this coming government. Are you getting me? So we expect much with him. We believe in him, and we believe he's going to do much.
government of PDP and that of APC.
Is very glaring, and you can see the masses wey dey come out and you get compared to this polling booth everywhere here we won. Are you getting me? So we are much happy and we are still celebration. We are very very happy. Very.
So my brother, what is your take on this election and this declaration of Fayemi as the
We are very happy. We are very much happy. In fact, I can't even express the kind of beautiful happy that everybody wants. So we are happy. You can see all over the state. Look at how youth were enjoying. So we are happy.
Does it mean that Fayose or PDP did not do anything for you?
It's not that it's not doing things, but the reason is that the fact is that everybody has its own side. To me, during the time of my three sisters were going to private school, and my mother, I know how my mother is doing this thing.
So
but now
was actually giving your mom 5,000 naira.
Not even 5,000. It's emulation. It's salary. Her salary. That's what I'm talking about. Her salary is going normal, smoothly. No, as in no kickbacks. Not that one will be hungry. Everybody was satisfied. But now my three sisters in public school, so everything I'm not doing. As in, so we are very much happy.
That this meeting is going to Dr. Fayemi. So we are jubilating that the new hope is now coming. So we don't need all this the policy of no money, no anything, poverty, no salary. So all those things we don't need it again. So we need new governor, new everything, new health, new good news, good anything, good food, so good life, good shelter. So we need it now in the nation.
Okay, but we are aware that Fayose was doing stomach infrastructure and he was giving you like 10 cup of rice and 2,000 naira monthly.
So some people are collecting it, but me and my husband and my people too, we are not used to collect all those things.
So what they are saying is that the majority of the people don't collect, they were not collecting it.
We don't collect it, we don't collect anything. Even yesterday, PDP people, they are sharing money for people, but some people did not collect it. Some people collect it, but as for me, I didn't collect anything, but I voted to Dr. Fayemi.
But we also had that APC shared money.
APC, I don't know about that one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just a good.